Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. We talk about all kinds of great things that are of benefit to you and to me as well. So we're going to talk about plants again today. Native plants and why they're important. But before we start there, let me tell you all the different ways you can find us. You can find us on the radio, and that's icradio.media. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundant Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast, thenewscasters.com. It's just another way to find us. And if you would like me to do a little research for you, I can do that as well. I love research. So if there's a program, something you would like for me to do a little research on and maybe have a show and have it featured in there as well, you can send an email to donna@donnasedge.com. donna@donnasedge.com. Again, thank you so much for watching. Let's go ahead and dig in. We're going to have a video also with Cheryl Baker of Baker's Farms. But before we get started, I found this website and I'm really liking it. And it was, I think it was Trudy who sent this, and she said, do something about native plants. So here we go. This is a great website, becausetrees.com. Becausetrees.com. So I found the 10 benefits of gardening with native plants. So when you're deciding what plants to put in your garden, it's important to know exactly where they come from. You want something that's of interest to your world. Species that are native to your location often grow the best and are great for the environment as well. To help you understand the positive impact of growing native plants, there are 10 benefits of having them in your garden. So what are the native plants and why plant them in your garden? Let's talk about number 1. Native plants are easier to maintain than non-native plants. I have found that to be true. You know, sometimes we'll go to the botanical gardens and we'll see something that's just an exotic type plant. And you'll get that and bring it home and it'll do okay, but not like your native plants. A big advantage of growing these plants are that they require little maintenance. Aren't we all busy in this world we're in right now? Compared to many other plants. Their ability to survive and thrive in whatever the local climate does makes them easier to maintain. And they've been through generations of maintaining because of the climate. This can be especially good for you if you are new to gardening, so they can help you learn the craft with much less stress. Let's talk again about native plants. Number 2, native plants provide food and shelter for local wildlife. Birds, insects, and other wildlife use plants for food and shelter. If you've got those bees, the honeybees out there, you really depend on local plants, okay, native plants. Many species die or migrate because they're unable to survive. And I think that's probably what's happened to the bee population. To help combat the decline in wildlife, the United States Department of Agriculture's Natural Resources Conservative Service encourages private landowners to place plants on their property that are native to their area. And you can depend on Cheryl Baker at Baker's Farms to help you with this as well. She knows much more about it than I do. She is a horticulturist and she's really in on it. And by the way, she has plant classes. We'll talk about that a little bit later on as well. Now, as a gardener, you can help protect the wildlife in your area by including these plants in your garden as well. Now, let's talk about number 3. Native plants need less chemical treatment. And we all want natural, right? People often use fertilizers and pesticides to help their lawns and gardens grow. Now, when treated properties may look great, the use of non-organic chemicals can be dangerous to your health and harmful to the environment. So plants and flowers that are native to your area don't require all of this. Since they're adapted to the local climate, they can thrive without chemical assistance. Let's go into the commercial or the video really quick with Cheryl Baker at Baker's Farms. You're going to learn a lot from this, a little bit over 4 minutes.
Okay, so over here, you guys, we are walking through some of our native gardens. You know, we are one of the native plant growers here in the state of Alabama, the Baker's Farm. You can find us on Facebook and on TikTok and on Instagram. And it's called The Baker's Farm. We're listed in Mentone, Alabama. We are certified licensed growers for the state of Alabama. this native plant that's blooming purple, that's about through blooming, normally it blooms a little bit longer in the fall, is called Verbena bonace. It is actually a French verbena, but it is native to the state of Alabama. It generally is all over this area and all through the property, but because of the drought weather we're going through right now, it's kind of sparingly, and I apologize for that. But Miss Donna, we're going to collect the seeds. If you hold this. Okay, because it is dry. And that's all you do, you guys.
Oh, you
just do it like that. And one more time. We're just going to do it like this. We're going to roll it up. Okay.
Now, some people would use plastic bags. Why are you doing paper?
I do paper because mine goes straight into the freezer when they're dry like that. One more time, we're going to write October 1st, 2023, and then I'm going to write the sow date on it. Did you hear that? That's
I
a
sure
hawk
did.
coming after my chickens.
Uh-oh. We're going to have to get to the chickens before we go in just a few minutes. Then.
So we're going to put sow January 2024 automatically. Okay?
Awesome. 90 days.
That's right. So we're going to put...
Now, is that on any seed, basically? Is that the rule?
when you're collecting this late, yes. In October. Yes. Okay. That's on any sow date. Okay. Now, most of the time, on most seeds. Now, some seeds, like on some shrubs, you're going to have what's called a double sow seed date. Because some shrubs require a 2-year process. Okay. Now, some native, and that's on natives, some native perennials, such as some of your pitcher plants and some of your, oh Lord, some of your coniferous plants, your wetland plants, will require a 2-year sow date. Okay. They got to go through a 2-year freeze. And what I do, this is how y'all do. If you got a 2-year freeze, you guys.
I think we're going to have a 2-year
yeah. Now I cheat on a 2-year freeze.
Okay.
I put it in the freezer. I take it out. Let it go through a fast thaw. Okay, and then I put it right back in.
So the seeds think they've been through too.
Right.
Awesome. So you're a step ahead.
Right. So what you do is you let them thaw. Okay, for about 24 hours. That way they thawed out. Okay, make certain that they thawed out, and then put them right back in. Okay, then take them out and sow them
Well, let me ask you another important question then. Okay, so should I have them back in the freezer in paper, or would I be causing some kind of mold issue if I put them
you will
back
cause
in
a
plastic?
mold issue. I would take them out and just put them in a paper towel. Okay, gently damp them off. Okay, that way they feel like they're starting to grow in the earth.
Okay, you're talking to them along, or at least I do anyway.
Right, damp them
Talk to
off.
plants.
Damp them off. Okay, in the paper towel. That way they start to grow. Okay, because the next day when you take them out, they're going straight in the dirt.
Okay.
Okay, and put them straight in the dirt.
And so then their little minds, they've been through two.
Exactly.
2 freezes. Okay.
Okay, exactly. Did you get that? Yeah, that way they don't create a mold issue.
Okay.
All right, because that's very important. And I'm glad you got that on tape. Because they would create a mold issue if you put them right back in the paper sack bag and put them back into the freezer or back
Because
into
there's a
the
little
refrigerator.
condensation there.
Right, the condensation would, if they touched back on the paper sack, they would automatically create.
Cool. So don't throw away, get extra paper towels, in other words.
Exactly. Get the paper towels, because if you was to put them on the paper towels and that water was to touch the paper towels, they would start growing roots. So when they thawed out the next day, you put them in the dirt. See, they've already started growing roots.
Cool.
See what I'm saying?
There you go.
Okay.
Ready for the next episode?
Yes.
Pretty awesome there. She is a very, very smart lady. Again, horticulturist and through Auburn University, and she does offer classes. So she's going to be starting those back up in just a few weeks. So I'll keep you informed about that. And I'm going to be at every class I can go to. I'm going to tell you, she's a great reference. So we're talking about native plants. So let's go ahead and get, before we go into a commercial break, about number 4 and number 5, why native plants are so important. Native plants can improve air quality. So in the battle to slow down climate change and reduce greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, plants and trees are a big help. So long-living trees such as maples and oaks are great for pulling carbon dioxide from the air and storing it. By incorporating plants that are native to your area, you can encourage more growth of foliage and greatly improve the air quality around you. Number 5, native plants can enhance your home's landscape. When I have native plants out there, I love exotics, but when I have the natives, they're just more beautiful. I have more bees, I have more birds, the whole works. So number 5, one great thing about plants is they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Wherever you live, some native species will have beautiful flowers, while others produce delicious and colorful fruit. So with so many varieties to choose from, native plants, you can find the perfect combination to enhance the look of your garden and yard. Because we love these plants, we try to capture some of their beauty with our own designs when it comes to creative landscapes. Let's go into a commercial break and we shall return in just a few minutes. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for 2 or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
Wow, it's so soft and smooth.
It's cool to the touch. How did you do that?
Well, we took MyPillow's patented fill and combined it with this new technology that we didn't have back then when I invented MyPillow to bring you the best pillow in history, MyPillow 2.0. Because of all of you, MyPillow 2.0 has been a huge success, and now we're bringing you our best-selling Go Anywhere MyPillows with the same temperature-regulating technology. Made with my patented adjustable fill and brand-new cooling fabric, they're truly the next generation of MyPillow. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save over 60% on our MyPillow 2.0 4-pack special. You'll get 2 MyPillows and 2 Go Anywhere MyPillows. Regular $259.92, now only $99.98. King size just $10 more. This is a limited time offer, so please order
so we're
now.
Back from commercial break. Thank you so much for watching Donna's Edge. Truth matters, most certainly does. We're a talk show that's all about you. And if you have any ideas about shows, and thank you so much for sending emails, you can send an email to donna@donnasedge.com. I love research, and thank you again for all the ideas that you are giving me. It keeps me busy, so I do appreciate that. We're talking about native plants and why they're so important. So let's go ahead and talk about, and we're going to go into another video with Cheryl in just a few minutes. But number 6, native plants tend to use less water. We have drought conditions sometimes. Sometimes we have more water than we need, and then sometimes we have less water than we need. So when it comes to conserving water, plants that are native to an area often require less of it. So this is great if you live in an area with watering restrictions, or if it's a hot region with extreme conditions like we have here in the South. So as lawns require a lot of water during hot weather, native plants are much more environmentally friendly alternative. Another advantage of these plants is they can reduce a significant amount of water runoff and help reduce flooding. So that's another reason. Number 7, native plants provide nectar for pollinators. Oh, I've got my honeybees. You better believe I want to take good care of them. So plants and pollinators need each other to survive. Native pollinators, such as bees, now some of you backyard beekeepers, butterflies, and hummingbirds that we all love to look at. They feed on the nectar that their local plants provide. Likewise, plants rely on pollinators to fertilize them so they can grow. So it's just all a circle of health. Unfortunately, this partnership is becoming harder to maintain as more native species continue to be replaced or destroyed. So, number 8, native plants help prevent soil erosion. We had that problem when we first moved to the farm. Yeah, this is a farm my grandparents used to own, and we bought it a few years ago. So if you're struggling with soil erosion, a native plant can help you. Many of these plants have deep root systems, and they can stabilize your soil and keep it from shifting. Without the help of these plants, there would be widespread erosion everywhere, and no city would be able to withstand floodwaters that sometimes result in a storm. And we have a lot of storms in this area, even out in the country. This is another great benefit of using these plants in your garden. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to look at video number 2, and this is from Cheryl Baker of Baker's Farms. And remember, she teaches classes. You'll see that information as well.
Okay, so, when we're talking about native plants, we've got so many native plants that are blooming all through the fall, but we've got a large drought going on, as you can see. And good Lord provides rain, I hope, today.
So too.
I really do, because Lord knows we need a lot of rain. I don't want to pull too many weeds, because it is dry. But this spurge handles drought no matter what. Okay, it handles drought. So when you're making cuttings on this particular spurge, when you took the Master Gardening class, I don't know if they taught you about cuttings or not. But I'm going to teach you about cuttings. But when we're out here in the wild, you want to get at least 3 inches.
Okay. 3-inch cutting.
At least 3 inches. Because when we go and stick this in the greenhouse, you're going to just pull 1, 2, 3, 4. And why do we do that? I tell everybody, you should have, sorry, I'm getting older at my age, sorry. You should have, and good Lord, don't look at that nail. You should have 1 fingernail length of cutting whenever you're doing the cutting, okay? 1 fingernail length when you're doing the cutting, okay? So that when you put it in your dip and grow, some people use chemicals, I don't. Okay, we already talked about that a long time ago. I have an organic solution I put it in. Okay, I used Olivia's solution, and then I put it in there, and there we go. Okay, but that's how big your cutting should be.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Where you tore those leaves off, is that the potential growth of roots coming out?
That's where your roots will be.
Okay.
Exactly. When you pull those 4 leaves off,
That's 4 roots.
that's where your roots are going to be. Okay? One more time. And feel if you want to get close so that they see. Because I don't think they didn't teach you this.
No, not that far.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
So right there where your nail is, the length of the nail, and then you've got the leaves that you tore off, so that's going to be...
That's right. 4 leaves and the length of your nail, that's where your roots are going to come out.
Simple
okay?
enough.
That's right. And they don't teach you, again, they don't teach you this in class. And I don't know why, but they don't. But this is what they should teach you.
And that makes sense, because you see, there has to be a place for the root to come out of on that stem, so that's it.
That's right. And this is the first thing I teach you in my class, okay? And the reason, because it does. It makes sense to you now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right? When you're rooting, this is what they should teach you, okay? And then, again, you're going to dip it. Just imagine the dip and grow, or whatever you use, is right here. And then you're going to put it in your plant tray.
Now, do I need to make a little hole in the dirt first? Because it seems like some of that compound could come off. You just stick it on in there.
I stick it on in there.
Okay.
Okay. And we can show you that here in just a few minutes.
Yeah, let's cut some up. Let's go on ahead and get some.
So we'll go ahead and get some, and then we can show you that in just a few minutes. Okay. And because I've been doing this for forever and a day, I already know what my cuttings are. I know my size. And let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So we're going to do assembly line. So I know where to get the leaves off, and I know to leave a fingernail. Now, if you just had your nails done and your nails are like 5 inches long,
7.
probably not a good gauge, right?
No.
I've tried that. I can't have nails like that.
Yeah.
Not the way I'm digging in the ground all the time.
Nah.
So we'll just take a quick break and we'll be at the greenhouse in just a few minutes. Great information, right? Yeah, native seeds and native plants. So we have a little more time left, so I wanted to talk to you about the last two. These are the reasons you should have native seeds and native plants in your landscaping. Number 9, native plants can help save you money. We're all about that right now, right? Bad economy. I mean, things are bad all over, but you can still save money and have what you want in your garden. So by planting flowers and trees that are native to your region, you can also save money. Then the money you currently spend on fertilizers and pesticides can stay in your pocket, remember that, instead of going into your yard. Also notice a reduction in your water bill since these plants do require less water to grow. Now, that in itself is a great reason to switch to these types of plants. Number 10, let's talk about this one. Native plants make a difference and they are rewarding. So, are you environmentally conscious an individual who wants to make a difference in this world? If so, planting native species can help you be part of to improve the ecosystem and support the local wildlife. Now, we live out in the wildlife. We're on 38 acres of land, and I want to keep it that way. You can also enjoy the feeling of pride that comes from knowing that you are doing something good for yourself and for your planet and for your land. And if you are a backyard enthusiast, kudos to you for that too. Now, here's a question. Where can I find native plants? Okay, here's a quick on this one. Now that you know the benefits of using these plants, you may be wondering, where can I find them in my area? There are several nonprofits with tools online that can help you find native species. These including Pollinator Partnership, and going ahead and Google that or whatever search engine you use. Just type in Pollinator Partnership. Also, National Wildlife Federation. Now, by using these tools, you can develop a list of local plants and decide which ones are best for you. You can also, my go-to question for that, and where I can get the best answers, is from Cheryl Baker at Baker Farms. Her telephone number is 256-254-9464. You need to keep that number on speed dial. So if you're looking for a way to help your environment and also filling your garden with native plants, that may be the thing for you. Not only will it help you with the local ecosystem, but you will enjoy how much easier they are to care for. You're not going to be putting so much time into something that just doesn't adapt. Like I know, I have a banana plant. The only reason I have a banana plant is I love those huge leaves. And I use those huge leaves in my compost pile. That's why I do it. I know I'm not going to get any bananas on it because I'm not in the climate for it. So there may be some reason you use some types of exotics. That can be the big reason right there. But finding pollinators, helping the pollinators, and helping the ecosystem around you is extremely important right now. And again, Cheryl Baker at Baker Farms, 256-254-9464. She's going to get with me on classes and planning those classes, and I'll let you know about that as soon as it happens. So I'm going to help her with that. And again, I'm going to be at every single class. I don't know when they're going to be, what time of the year, or anything like that. But I promise you, you will learn a lot from these classes. Thank you so much for watching. Be with you next time around. You take care.